Bachpan Express. The topic that I have today is of education in the era of social media. It's a very important one. Thinking about values and that too in education when we are facing challenges from social media. I begin this talk with the words of great son of India, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. What he said about value of education, I quote, "It is the education which is the right weapon to cut the social slavery, and it is the education which will enlighten and empower the downtrodden masses to come up and gain social status, economic betterment, and political freedom." Unquote. The words of great son of India, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, indicates the importance of education. Education can bring visible changes. The lives of millions of common men are facing discrimination at various levels can change if we bring in value in our education system, which is decreasing day by day. In this context, the role of media becomes very important. See, the media is very powerful these days, and it fulfills the function of supplementary education. What is the functions of media? It's to inform, to educate, to entertain. So, media is also a very valuable tool for supplementary education. And we have seen, it's not that media played very important role in shaping up the modern world, be it print media or new media. They contributed a lot in the beginning. Print media in India, and we all know that how we have used print media to get freedom from British rule. And if we look at the development of radio as a medium of communication also, or television as a medium of communication, when first television was introduced in India in 1959, and regular broadcasts started from 1965. The development of television was not that great in India, but when Indira Gandhi came in power and she understood the power of television as a medium of communication, and particularly after her loss in the election in 1977, when she came in power again in 1980, that particular phase was the golden phase for the development of television. People started calling her Tele Prime Minister. She inaugurated relay stations, in fact, every day. 1984, I still remember, she inaugurated relay station in Varanasi. I think it was August 1984 when she inaugurated, and we saw her in front of Kashi Vidyapith, Chaturvedi's gate. We saw her and she greeted all of us, but we were really shocked when we heard the news of her assassination. And the television which she gave to all of us as gift, we witnessed her last rites on that television set. Since then, Rajiv Gandhi came in power. He also promoted and new technology, computer. Narasimha Rao is a man of, is a genius. And as his finance minister, Manmohan Singh played very important role in liberalization. Since 1991, before that, the education was mainly given by the government sector. I still remember that I started my journey from Bharatiya Shiksha Mandir, went to Queen's Inter College, and both one Shiksha Mandir operated by a particular organization and Queen's Inter College. Queen's Inter College was the government inter college and the most reputed inter college. I am talking about 1982, 83, passed out 1989, intermediate. So what happened that the private education gradually shifted government education, and the glory and the glamour of studying in Queen's Inter College soon ended, and people started to applying for admission in St. Mary's, St. John's, and many private Sunbeam, many private institutions came up during that particular liberalization period. As we have opened up our economy, more and more foreign players as well as the local operators, they took advantage of government's liberal policy, and many school chain started and they started dominating the education system. In Uttar Pradesh, the story of Queen's Inter College is not a single story. There are many inter colleges which were, very prestigious schools, but later on they were not able to fight with the kind of infrastructure private education started, pouring in, and the government, infrastructure declined, and improvement in the common man's income also played very important role. Then there was a change in the mindset of families also, and they understood the importance of education, and they started giving convent education to their children, which we missed. But the problems in education system started showing, the influence of private education system everywhere, every sphere of our life. And with this liberalization, the media organizations also, foreign media organizations, Doordarshan was replaced by many private news channels. I still remember Aaj Tak, Zee, Sony, Star. We grown up seeing Doordarshan, but the next generation are grown up watching Aaj Tak 24/7. And the demand of information was such that the concept of breaking stories, breaking it first, started dominating the news market without looking at the accuracy, the concept of accuracy, objectivity, balance in journalism, everything gone. And the credibility of information and debates which were regularly broadcast on television channels has gone down. The common man who once respected media for its contribution to the society now started raising doubts about its credentials. It simply means that the idea of value is nurtured at different levels by different institutions. A child primarily learns values from her family, where mother plays an important role in nurturing values. A child is taught in its initial years what is right behavior and what is wrong behavior by his mother, his or her mother. Here, the right and wrong actions of the family shape the value system of the child. This is also very important. I have witnessed many a times that people use children for conveying wrong information. A very simple example which we all must have witnessed every day. But don't give importance to it. If we are sitting in our drawing room or bedroom and watching a program, not in a mood to meet anybody, not in a mood to receive anybody, any visitor, and if any visitors has arrived, and if your doorbell rings, and you ask your child to communicate that you are not at home, and the child communicated. Here comes the concept of ethics, morality, and moral values. We have taken it very lightly that child will convey that I am not at home. But the child has learned the art of telling lies. So the first teacher is somebody who is from his or her own house, family, who taught children, his or her own child, the concept of lies. झूठ बोलना हमने सबसे पहले अपनी फैमिली से ही सिखाया. And if we go back and see, you'll find many such incidents where we have communicated wrong information, false information, that too with the help of our own child. So the behavior that we have inculcated will definitely show its signs when he'll become young. So the families, the basic unit, are the place where children learn values, moral values, ethics. And if family is not practicing moral values or ethics, then there is every possibility that the child will learn wrong things. The second most important place where a child learns values is his school. I would just narrate a simple story that I was teaching my 4-year-old daughter, and while looking at some of the school class assignments, I found that the teacher gave marks for an incorrect answer. I told her, my 4-year-old daughter, that the right answer and asked her to clarify it from her teacher. But I was amused by her answer. She told me bluntly that her teacher is correct and I don't know the subject. And I tried my level best to convince her that there is a mistake, but I was not able to convince. This story narrates about the deep impact a teacher can have on the young ones. And if the impact is in wrong direction, then the whole system will collapse. So the second level of learning is very important because the children spend maximum time in school. And the third level of learning is very wide and important as we are exposed to outside world and use different media of communication for sharing and sending information. Somebody who is enrolled in a college or in a university use different media for sending information. If we look at India, till we started in the media started in India in 1780 when Bengal Gazette was published. As I have already narrated that the media revolution came in 1990 when CNN broadcast live coverage of Gulf War. So the CNN showed the technical know-how of live broadcast. And in the beginning, the television was the media was a force which united the family members. We had just one family, one TV, and we used to watch television together. And television was kept in the drawing room. Even the visitors were watching television with the family members. But later on, as the technology improved, the price of television set also gone down, and people shifted from black and white television set to color television set. And I still remember in 1990, many people shifted their black and white television set with color television. So 1990 to 2000, a complete change. So the black and white television was still there in the drawing room, and color television shifted to the head of the family or somebody who was very important in his or her room. Later on, television became part of the dowry. It's a very bad system, but television set became part of the dowry. So whoever was marrying started getting television as part of the system. And the moment you are married, now you have your own television, so you will start watching television in your bedroom. And if there are three members in the family, now you have three television set. So the television, which was the medium, united the family members, and they started talking with each other at while watching Chitrahar, Hum Log. Now they are separated again. See the story of television. They are separated. Now this separation is because of the technology. Price of television set gone down, and people started buying it, and everybody started watching. But there was still communication within the communities and others. But soon 24/7 channel started. I still remember that Doordarshan started broadcasting film on Thursday as well, from Sunday as well as on Thursday. So the Sunday was occupied, now the Thursday is also occupied. Chitrahar from Friday to Wednesday also. So the number of programs started increasing. The television industry started giving jobs to many people, and they started producing more and more content. And as we have produced more and more contents, we need more and more consumers. So this chain was like never ending. ये दिल मांगे मोर, लो भाई मोर, ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा, ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा. और फिर टेलीविज़न ने हमारी फैमिली की जो व्यवस्था थी उसको ध्वस्त कर दिया. Now the television is a force which separated the family. And similarly, look at the mobile phones. They are the true replica of television, which have again further isolated the family members. Till the time we were consuming television programs, at least we were there inside the family premises. हम लोग परिवार के साथ घर में रहते थे, लेकिन मोबाइल So what happened? Mobile further extended our space, and now we can watch programs even outside the space of family. So television first united us, then divided us, divided the family. Then similarly, telephone first united us, united the family members from, and eliminated the geographical boundaries. I still remember that STD PCO booth where people stand in queue to call their relatives. Later on, when mobile telephony came, replaced STD PCO booths, and people started calling near ones and relatives. The geographical distance now hardly matters. You can call at any time, anywhere in the world. So we were now connected 24/7 and truly living in a globalized world. The arrival of social media basically gave us a scope, a place for social networking and social interaction. It gave us tool to participate and collaborate also. It's quick, quick spread created facilities, but later on, like any other earlier medium of communication, created more problems. In the beginning, if you remember, that social media was used to create digital stories, and with the help of these digital stories, Anna Andolan was a successful one. Arvind Kejriwal, Anna, they used social media to communicate. And there was a Nirbhaya Kand also, where social media played a very important role in uniting the public, and they protested. So it is not that social media has minus or negative aspects only. It is up to you to decide whether you want to use the positive aspect of a particular media or negative part of it. The button is in your hand. You can stop it whenever you wish to. You can on it whenever you wish to. Nobody is forcing you. It is you who has to smartly use the media of communication. And each media of communication has its own strengths and weaknesses. Like any person who has strengths and weaknesses, you have to decide that how you want to use it. But the overuse of any media will definitely harm. जैसा कि कहा गया है, अति किसी भी चीज़ की बुरी होती है, उसी तरीके से हम अगर मीडिया की भी अति कर देंगे तो बुरी हो। सोशल मीडिया, जहाँ पे हम इस बारे में बात करना चाहते हैं कि किस तरह से हम सोशल मीडिया के समय में भी शिक्षा में, विचार में, वैल्यू को संभाल कर रखें, उसके लिए we have to really work hard. Otherwise, the kind of information that we are getting in social media on different platforms has completely destroyed the system of family in India, schooling, school education. Now it is affecting higher education. So the technology which helped us to achieve a few things, the same technology is destroying many things, taking many things away. So be careful and use it carefully. Thank you very much for watching Bachpan Express. I'll come again, will interact with you on some other topic which I feel is useful for the media and communication students. Thank you very much.